Tombstone, Arizona. We finally made it after all this time. We're gonna go up here maybe to Crystal Palace, check out some food. Tomorrow we're gonna have all the fun. When you come to Tombstone, one of the first places you have to stop at is the Tombstone Visitor Center. Right on the corner here in the main drag, across from the OK Corral. It's one of the original buildings in the town. This was originally the bank and still operates today as the Tombstone Visitor Center. So get all your information here when you stop in. All right, we're at the OK Corral in Tombstone. We're going to get our tickets here, 11, 1, and 3. Go out to the grounds and watch the gunfight reenactment. OK Corral, it's one of the spots that you have to come. Originally, the gunfight everybody knows to happen at the OK Corral, and with the movies, it happened just a little piece down the road here in the alley beside this photography building. But when a reporter came to town, he advertised or wrote the article that it happened at the OK Corral, and that's how it got its name. So to this day, the OK Corral sticks in the movies. It's what everybody knows. So when in Tombstone, when in Rome, we're here to do it. Howdy, partner. What you in for? Drunken brawl down to Crystal Palace. I was there last night. I saw those bullet holes. Did you do that? I believe this is the guy that put those bullet holes in the Crystal Palace. Hang him high.
I got shot in the leg.
Alright, we are inside the shootout arena at the OK Corral for the 11 a.m. gunfight. Remember, 11, 1, and 3, $10 per person. Under 5 is free, but you get the whole museum area through here. You get to go over the epitaph, get a paper, you get to go into the historama, all of the history around here, and then you learn that they've moved the gunfight over to the site that actually happened. And here shortly we'll go over and look at where Wyatt Earp described everyone as standing.
Are you ready for a show? How I said, are you ready? Alright folks, now, a couple of things before we get started. This is an audience participation show. What I mean by that is every time you see a good guy, the good guys are the gentlemen dressed like myself, wearing ties around our necks, enter or exit the stage through either of these doors. I would like for you to cheer for them with your loudest, rowdiest outdoor voice. Likewise, when you see those dirty, smelly cowboys walk through those doors, I want you to boo them every single time they enter or exit the stage. Alright folks, let's give it a quick try all together now. Good guys! Bad guys! Are you folks ready for a gunfight?
Yeah!
Alright, sit tight.
That was a heck of a show, wasn't it, Morgan?
I tell you what, that was the best show to come to a month.
You know we
Some culture in their lives.
sounds like those Cowboys are getting started early today.
That's not our problem anymore, Wyatt. Would be nice if there was a marshal around, though.
Would be nice to hold your breath. Marshal Fred White.
Morning, boys!
I didn't do anything about those Cowboys.
You know, I heard you made a name for yourself down in Dodge City. How about you come lend me a hand with them Cowboys?
You're the one wearing the badge, Fred.
Yeah, we're real busy, Fred.
Badge or no badge, I did the right thing. And so should you boys.
Marshal Fred White.
It's Fred.
You boys are in violation of city ordinance number 9. You're carrying guns in town. I'm gonna have to ask you to turn them over now.
Bill, what's he talking about? We've been violating city ordinance. Uh-oh, boys. It looks like we've done made the marshal mad. Oh, no.
I'm not gonna ask again, Roaches. I said hand them over. And I said now.
Are you pointing a gun at me, Fred? Now, I admit I am a little bit drunk. The boys here, well, they're a lot of bit drunk. Just put your gun away, and I'll give you mine. Don't drink your mortgage. Slowly, Bill, bro, shut up.
I bet you'll be all right.
How's it looking, Morgan?
He's not looking good, Wyatt.
Bill, if that man dies, you're going to swing for this. You let him loose, sir. You let him loose, you forget we was ever here.
He just shot me. He's gonna stand trial. I suggest you both clear up now.
Let's go, Bill.
Hey, funeral is cheaper than a trial, boys. I suggest you clear out.
Bye, Bill.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Doc! Now don't you worry, Fred. You're gonna be fine, just fine. He's gonna die.
That's the third boy I've seen shot that shouldn't have been wearing a badge in the first place.
That fool tried, Wyatt. More than I can say for us.
What do you do with that badge? We didn't come down here to be lost again.
This town's gonna make it. It's got to have some law and order.
Virgil, don't do this.
Birds, listen to reason.
Virgil! Can't talk to him when he gets like this.
It's like Dodge City all over again.
We'll scare for coffee, talk to him later. As I live and breathe, Doc Holliday.
Wyatt Earp, after all this time.
Tell me, Doc, that was Tucson.
The festival was a bust, if you must know. Now, don't get me wrong, there was plenty of money to be had, but none of it rubbed off on me, you see. That's enough about me. Tell me, how is this respectable business treating you?
Doc, Tombstone's place to be. It's like a pluck the money right off the trees around here.
Now, Wyatt, you said that same thing about Dodge City.
It's different this time. I'm through risking my neck. Strictly on the up and up.
Well, that is until this election is over.
Sure to my intentions.
Yeah, I can already picture it. Wyatt Earp, County Sheriff. You, my friend, have not changed, well, at all.
Doc, that's something I have to talk to you about.
Go on.
It's Ike Clanton. He's on a warpath. And this time he's gunning for you. He's got in his head, you go around telling people he had some dude that fence and stagecoach hold up.
What if I have? Ike is a no-good, yellow-bellied snake in the grass for rolling over on his friends like that. And for what? Some blood money from Wells Fargo?
I made that deal with Ike. He'd get all the money, and I get the glory. Sure, it'd help me come election time. Does that make me a snake in the grass?
No, Wyatt. You wear a badge and carry a gun. Makes you a politician. Ike has no such excuse, you know? A man who would sell out his own friends like that, well, he's got no business living.
Doc, mind your business where this is concerned.
And if Ike comes my way, it becomes my business, Wyatt. You of all people know very well that I handle my business the proper way.
Us Earth do very well here in Tombstone. That Oriental's gold mine. Virgil's town marshal, and I'm well on my way to becoming county sheriff. We don't need anybody to interfere with that.
Well, very well, Wyatt. I'm not going to be the one who interferes with your little plan.
That's all I ask.
But enough of this talk. I do believe it's high time you showed your best bottle of whiskey.
Join me inside.
You know what I got half of mine says we go back there and we show them who's boss.
We're not going back to the Alhambra, Ike. That's trouble we don't need.
What I need is another drink. Well, it looks to you, I could use a second one too.
Well, maybe you ought to slow down. Don't you think you've had enough?
Had enough. I will tell you when I've had enough. You quit trying to rope me in, Tom. You're buying. I'm just funning about, Tommy. It ain't even loaded. That's why I loaded. I almost killed you. All these folks would have been crying. Poor Tommy. Bartender! Bartender, whiskey now!
All right, good man on my bar.
Now looky here, Tom. If it ain't old Morgan or... Say, Morgan, how many herbs they got in this town now?
10? 15?
There's 5, Mike. More than enough to handle you boys.
What's that supposed to mean, Earp?
What do you think?
Hey,
I don't want
Wyatt for that.
If it ain't the longer Doc Holiday.
You know, I reckon he's probably going out to spread more lies about me.
I do believe I've only ever told the truth about you.
That's real smart.
You're a drunken fool.
Hey, come on, Doc. We're here for drinks.
That's right, you hold me back, Tom.
Not worry, Tom. Nothing will come of this, you see. Ike talks, and he talks, but he never quite backs up any of those threats. No, sir. He is just a coward.
You best watch that mouth, Holiday. Don't make me kill you.
I approve your words. Ike, now you see, you threaten these Earp boys. I'm sick of hearing. What do you say we settle this little blood feud here now?
You know, I reckon that'd be just fine by me. One moment, please. Is that my gun, Tom?
Is that my gun, Tom?
It's
I
not.
told you never to touch my gun gun I lost.
Yes,
I'm right. As you can see, I ain't right in the fix for no gunfight right now, but if I was, I'd go ahead.
I'll kill you when you do this whole town a favor. Now, oh, what we really
All right, come on, Doc.
Clear out of here.
He ain't pointing the gun at me. You arrest him now. Right here.
Now get out. Now you boys get out of here before you get more fight than you can handle.
Ah!
Tom, you check that gun. It's your responsibility.
Check his gun.
Well, Morgan, that was fun.
You got a strange idea of fun, Doc.
Perhaps I do. For so long, Mr. Earp, I find myself suddenly bored.
Hey!
I ain't done nothing yet. Y'all sound like a bunch of cattle.
Wyatt Earp!
Get on out here. We got some business to discuss. What do you want, Ike? I want you to give a message to your little pal Holiday.
Ain't got time for this.
You tell Holiday! You tell him he's got a fight coming.
I am an officer of the law. Do not need to hear that kind of talk.
And what about you, Wyatt?
I'm not going to fight you, Ike.
That's what I thought. There's no money in it. No money. You tell your pal Holiday he's got a fight coming in the morning. Man, come morning. Well, I reckon I'm going to be waiting for all of you Dodge City pimps. He'll change his mind as soon as that hangover sets in.
And in luck, he'll just go home, pass out, forget about the whole thing.
Virgil, when's our luck ever been that good?
Never.
Holiday! I'm calling you out, Lunger. We're going to settle this right now. Just you and me and Mr. Rifle. Housekeeping. Doc, I'm going to give you a count of 10. You get your Lunger carcass out here and you talk to me. 1, 2, 3. Holiday, I'm getting mighty impatient.
Got it, Bert.
I'm not scared of no Judge Walrus.
Come on, Ike. You know the way.
Morgan, Morgan, if I saw that 6-shooter on me, well, I'd make a fight with you and your whole Earth party.
You want to fight so bad? Here, you can take it.
Morgan! Ike, you've been dragging my bed for months now. Is that right to gun you down? Not gonna do it. But it'd be right.
Good.
Morgan, get him inside. Get that bottle away from him. Give me the bottle, Ike. Hey. Come on. Here.
Hey, Wyatt, hear what your pal Holiday did to Ike? Look, I get it. He's a fool when he's drunk, but he's harmless. You had no call roughing him up like that.
You have guns around trying to make threats. That boy's lucky to be alive.
Who do you think you are? You gonna come down here to our town, try to tell us how to live like some Dodge City pimp?
Have you heard a single word that I've said?
I heard what you said, Frank. This is Ike's problem.
Ike's problem! You've seen the way Doc and Earp's been treating him!
He does this everywhere we go. He gets a couple of drinks in him, and then he thinks he goes his way wildcats while I'm sick of him.
Bill, that is your own brother. If we can't count on you to back his play every single time, what good do we have keeping you around?
And one of these mornings is gonna fall
Get
Bill.
your hands off me!
Mike's had his fun, he's paid his fine, he's free to go. Get him out of here, and I don't want to see a cowboy the rest of the day. Now, Earp, you've got no right talking to us like that. I will talk to you how I please. I'm the law in this town. You're nothing but horse thieves and stage robbers. Sheriff B may not care what happens between here and Mexico. I do.
You boys hear that? First Luke's gonna tell us about Sheriff Behan. Sheriff's a mighty smart man. Leaves us alone. In fact, I reckon old Sheriff Behan, he is gonna live himself a nice, long, and happy life. Unlike some other folks I could mention.
Now you threatening us again, Ike?
Oh no, Morgan, I don't make threats. When I say a man dies, he dies. That's enough. Mike, I've dealt with men just like you my whole life. You don't scare me. I'm good at Charleston, I'm good at San Smug. I'll fight every man in your gang. You touch my family, I will kill you. Right there? That is some mighty tough talk. It's just too bad it's coming out of a dead man. You boys tried to run us out of this town, but we're still here, Wyatt, and we ain't leaving neither. This here is all going to end today in Wyatt Catch. Next one's coming a whole lot faster. We're done talking. Come on, boys. Woo!
I speak of Dad. Shut your mouth and I'll slap that piece out.
There will be more cowboys here in a minute.
And what about their big guns? Curly Bill or Ringo?
No, if Ike gets himself shot, that's just more spoils for the rest of them.
Brady's going, that might just happen.
He's drunk and suspicious. He knows about that deal we made. Turn his friends in before that fancy stagecoach hold up. Curly Bill and Ringo find out won't sit too well.
He buries us, he buries the secret.
What is going on out here, Wyatt?
Doc,
It is police business, and it's none of yours.
Well, Virgil, now there are more cowboys in town, and word has it they're gunning for you. It seems to me like you can use all the friends you can get.
We can handle those cowboys just fine on our own.
Well, they're not far from here, held up in the empty lot behind the OK Corral on Fremont. They look to me in business, and boys, they've got guns.
Then we will take their guns away. You come with us, you listen to me. Hang back, take this. Let's go. Filthy longer.
Well, you heard what they were calling us, Bill. They were calling us horse thieves and stagecoach robbers.
Yeah, well, that might just be because we are horse thieves and stagecoach.
Bill! Nobody likes you.
So what do we do now?
when the Earps get here, we take care of them, Bill.
You mean we're gonna kill them?
No, Bill, nothing violent like that. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna send you down to the Epitaph. Put an angry card in the newspaper. With a big fancy border. Of course we're gonna kill them! They're gonna pay for the way they've been treating us!
It's a bad idea. I can just
Boys looking for a fight? Now you can have one.
Now throw up your hands. You're here for your guns, boys. Not what I want!
Stop shooting! I ain't got a gun! What? I ain't gonna give a fight! Get away!
My holiday? You've got the guts to fight for blood?
I'm your huckleberry. I see you look like you that gun.
just say why take it.
No. Frank McClowry, dead. Tom McClowry, dead. 19-year-old Billy Clanton, dead. That was it. It was over before it ever started. Now, 2 months after this gunfight, Virgil Earp was ambushed outside the Crystal Palace Saloon. 3 shotguns went off, but he still refused to die. Crippled up pretty bad, Virgil wandered the West until death caught up with him in Nevada in 1905. Not as lucky was Wyatt's kid brother Morgan. He was shot in the back and killed playing a game of pool up on Allen Street. Morgan died at midnight, March 19th, 1882. It was his brother Wyatt's birthday. Now in 1887, the year this whole town began to fall apart, the two main causes of this gunfight died hundreds of miles apart from each other. That summer, while starting a new gang up in northern Arizona, Ike Clanton was shot and killed by a mail-order detective. Not long after that, after a lifetime of drinking, smoking, and generally bad decisions, tuberculosis caught up with yours truly up in Colorado, and I don't care to talk about it. Now, Wyatt Earp was the last man standing out of all this. He'd spend his days traveling. He'd make his way from Idaho to Alaska, finally ending up in Jazz Age Hollywood, searching for another tombstone and the chance to make things right again. He never would find it. When Wyatt died in Los Angeles in 1929, just ahead of his 81st birthday, his final words, suppose.
All right, now we are finished with the gunfight reenactment. We are in the original site of the shootout at the OK Corral. And here they have all of the fighters that were here, the lawmen and the gunfighters. These are in the locations as described by Wyatt Earp. So the stance of where everyone would be. Tom McClary, Frank McClary, Ike Clanton, all here on this side, Billy Clanton. Of course, you know Ike took off running. And then we've got Wyatt Earp here on the front end, Virgil, Morgan, and Doc Holliday in the back, of course, with the scatter gun. So, was it really where they were standing? According to Wyatt Earp, this is how it was. So from the show, the shootout at the OK Corral, you do get the $10 admission, gets you the show and the shootout. You get the historama that we couldn't take any video of, but check out the picture here, what it's going to start with. And then you also get tickets to come down to the Tombstone Epitaph, which is still in operation today, the paper from back then, to get your very own copy of the Epitaph from the OK Corral. We're going to go do that.
And welcome to the world famous Oriental Saloon. For 6.5 years during the silver mining era, this was the most famous, most violent gambling hall in all of Arizona. For 2 of those 6 years, Wyatt Earp himself ran the gambling here at the Oriental. He didn't do it alone though. He brought in some famous friends like Matt Masterson, Luke Short, and everybody's favorite, Doc Holliday, to help him keep a lid on the violence, with mixed results, as you're going to see.
Looking after you! My name is Milton Estes Joyce. You can call me Milton. Now, I don't know what Dad told you, but I own this place, not him. They did make me a good offer on the gambling concessions, but they're not the kind of partners I'm looking for. When them Earps came into town, they was mean.
Hi, Bill.
That?
Go ahead, please. You're telling all these folks about the Earp boys. You go right ahead.
Nothing. I wasn't saying nothing.
Was he saying nothing? All right, man, listen. Mr. Earp, my friend Wyatt made you a real good offer on this place. You take that money, head back east, Milton, you could live like a king.
Live like a king on $5,000. That $5,000 wouldn't pay for the drinks in this place. If you haven't noticed, you're not in Kansas anymore.
Sure, Milton, you got a good thing going here, but you are running it right into the ground. Every week there's a shooting or a stabbing. It is a regular slaughterhouse.
Yeah, but it's my slaughterhouse.
Well, that grass is sort of in a bit of a tussle, I see.
All right, Doc Holliday. Doc, it's good to see you. When did you get the tackle?
Oh, hell, man, I've already been in town for over a month now. I'm dealing cards with this man named Corey, making all kinds of money. I don't know, probably just some type of employment.
No, better than that. Wyatt is getting us a place of our own.
Well, of damn this.
Milt Joyce, miserable wretch. Pleasure to meet you, Holiday. And yes, I still own this place.
Well, why don't you sell out, Milt?
'Cause it ain't for sale. Not at that price. Not at any price.
I swear to God, Bag, you don't know how to talk to people.
Mary, Doc, I'm doing fine. We're negotiating.
I'm your
Negotiating? Who in the hell are you negotiating with?
I never liked you.
No one likes me.
All right.
Ow!
Doc, what the hell are you doing?
I'm negotiating.
I mailed that $5,000. How about it?
Sure, 5,000.
Good.
Just leave it. Well, Doc, welcome to Tombstone.
Oh, you're the one, Bat. Oh, by the way, Mill, you might want to have a doctor take a peek at that.
You shot me, Doc.
Doc will make you famous.
I don't want to be famous.
Well, as you can imagine, we didn't have a lot of trouble with Mill. Not after Doc Holliday's intervention there. No time at all. Wyatt had this place fixed up and painted up. The #1 saloon in a town that was filled with it. And why not? We had the coldest beer. Right, sir? Coldest beer. We had the coldest beer in town. The best cigars. All our card games were on the square. Most of our card games were on the square. But the better we did here, the more outsiders came in sniffing around for a piece of the action. The biggest threat we faced, well, that was a group of cutthroat gamblers, killers, called themselves the Slopers. They came to Tombstone from the Black Hills, West Texas, and Colorado. They came here to make the Oriental Saloon their prize. They came as a small army. All we had was Doc Holliday.
God bless Doc Holliday.
Folks, place your bets. Doc, ain't you supposed to be working?
Well, yeah, Bat, I am sort of working. On a hangover.
All right, well, why don't you get back to work?
Why are you such a miserable human being? Why do I call you my friend?
Probably because I let you drink for free.
Yep, that's it. Hey, is anybody here from Georgia? What in the hell is wrong with you people? It's heaven on earth down there. We got a saying down there in Georgia. Can't drink all day if you don't start early.
Hey! Holiday! I heard what you've been saying about me, and I know I'm a better man than you. Hell, I can out-shoot you drunk or sober. Day or night. Let's just go outside and find out, shall we?
Oh, Mr. Bob Jackson, you can knock off your phony drunk act. I am far more intoxicated than you'll ever be. You're simply trying to goat me into going outside so your friends can shoot me in the back. Maybe that's it, I don't know. How stupid do you slopers think I am?
I'll say this, Doc. You Dodge City boys, well, you got no play left in this town. We got enough money and men to run you out of Tombstone. And by God, we will.
And by God, you will put a cork in the war talk. There's a lot of money in this town. Oh, I'd assume there'd be just about enough money for everyone. You and your friends can have any saloon you like, but you will not have the Oriental.
Oh, that's cute, Doc. That's real cute. Let's just go outside and settle this. I'll give you the first shot. That's the kind of fella I am.
Ooh, I would love to settle this in the here and the now, but I am a gentleman, and I've got too much respect for the cleaning woman. Now is when you will go.
Doc, what are you doing?
Well, nothing now. There's more trouble with slopers. Why do you got to let him in here?
Bar, you pay him no mind. You are welcome at the Oriental Saloon. In fact, you go tell all your friends now.
Yeah, Bart, go tell all your friends. Both of them.
You're all welcome at the Oriental. What is wrong with you?
I need a drink.
We go back a while now, Bat. I remember you back in the good old days in Denver.
Yeah.
They would too in 76 when Law Bill got killed. As a sign of our friendship, I'll let this go.
Yeah.
But talk to your boy. Teach him some damn manners.
I'll send you to hell.
Now put that away, Bart. Get out of here.
Well, why do you gotta let them slopers in here? Them boys are not your friend. They ain't no more your friend than a temperance gal or a damn old tax collector.
My father taught me how to deal with those hard cases. First you let them in. Then you take their money. Then you kick them the hell out. There you go. Fair enough.
Well, your daddy was some kind of a wise man.
First saloon keeper in Quebec.
Hey, Mother!
Man's got murder on his mind, you better keep an eye on him.
It's a sound policy. Don't try right, kid, it gets worse.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, in a town like Tombstone, well, you know, sometimes you can win and still lose. Because as it's slurping their drink. I think you're old enough to know better. Unless it's good whiskey, then you gotta slurp it. Sometimes you can win and still lose, because as it turned out, well, the coroner's jury said my killing was quite justified. However, Bart Jackson's friends, well, they did not agree. In fact, they put a bounty on my head of $2,000. I thought it was an opportune moment to stay indoors for about 6 months. Then the McClowrys came to town, and, well, I couldn't stay gone for too long.
The last gunfight here at the Oriental Saloon, that happened in November of 1882. About a year and a month after the big street fight up here on Fremont with the Earp boys and the Clanton gang, and about 8 months after the Earps left Arizona for good. I was up in Colorado when this happened, but I heard all about it from the witnesses and from Buckskin Frank Leslie, the winner of this particular contest. Now, Buckskin Frank, no doubt whatsoever, the greatest gunfighter that none of you have ever heard of. And that's because, unlike Billy the Kid and Wild Bill Hickok, there weren't any movies about Frank. We hope that changes, because he was the real deal. Buckskin Frank began his career out west, here in Arizona, as a frontier scout for the U.S. Army. Got done there, moved over to Kansas, became a deputy under legendary lawman Wild Bill Hickok.
Come listen up, he's not a damn good deputy. 347 arrests. Only accidentally killed 22 guys.
When he got done there, he moved up north a few territories, became a sharpshooter in the Wild West show put together by Buffalo Bill Cody. Folks, you might want to sit down for this last one. 140 years later, historians will find out that Buckskin Frank did none of the things I just told you about. That's right, kid. But one day in 1882, we were all buying him praise. Come on. Frank, welcome to the Oriental. How you been?
Doing all right. Nice place you got here.
Oh, Wyatt spares no expense. You know him.
Hey, how about a stiff drink and an honest game of cards?
Honest game of... See if I can remember how to do that. It's a nice rifle. He always had the best hardware.
Well, I killed the guy.
Oh, that makes you cheat on me. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo! Wow, looky here, folks. Frank Leslie. Ha! Hey, Buckskin. How about you buy me a drink? And while you're at it, buy all these folks an ice cold beer!
Well, I don't know you, cowboy, and I don't know these people, so I probably ain't buying nobody nothing.
The name's Billy Claiborne, and I'm a cowboy. Probably the last one ever. Now, did y'all hear that? That was disrespectful behavior. That kind of behavior never gets you killed around here.
All right, now, cowboy, you listen to me. We're a couple of gentlemen. We're trying to have a nice, quiet card game, and we ain't got time for this cowboy, whatever the hell that was.
Billy Claiborne.
Billy Claiborne. All right, Billy. Head through the curtains over there. There's a bar. Go find your people. All right, Beth, who was that idiot?
That was Billy Claiborne, the second fastest man to run away from the OK Corral last year.
That's right, Billy Claiborne and Ike Clanton, the two cowards that ran out of the OK Corral.
I don't think Ike stopped running. It's been a year.
Yeah. Well, Wyatt should have shot them both in the ass.
Well, he's a one-gun man. You know that. He had to reload.
All right. I just come for a drink and to be social-like. You want to back a desperate man into a corner? We'll settle this with pistols.
All right. I will not be threatened or intimidated where I work, cowboy. Time to go.
Oh, come on, Frank. I just wanted to travel.
No cowboy saying, when it's time to shoot, you shoot. You don't talk. Actually, we stole that from the good, the bad, and the ugly, but it's still true. Put it this way, Wyatt Earp had been here when Billy Claiborne rode into town. That would not have gone so smoothly for him.
Man, I'm going to have to apologize. I could have done more. I couldn't do no less. That stupid Claiborne fellow wanted to kill me, and I don't even know him.
Frank, don't need to apologize. We all know it's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
I read that in the Bible.
You ain't wrong. Come on, let's play some cards.
All right.
Hello, Frank!
So another bad man got a free ride up to Boot Hill. Now, it was just about 5 years after Billy Claiborne was killed, right outside that front door, well, the silver mines of Tombstone began to play out. By the 1930s, Tombstone was a shadow of its former glory. In fact, by the 1930s, the beautiful Oriental Saloon, well, this was a Rexall drugstore. But we survived it all. The gunfights, the fires, the floods, a couple of major earthquakes, and we're still here today, and so are y'all. What they call Tombstone? The town too tough to die!
Up on our stage, you'll see photographs of the men and women that performed here. You can also see a full-size horse-drawn hearse known as the Black Mariah. She served this town for 36 years, carrying bodies to Boot Hill and the city cemetery. She's one of 8 that was made by Cunningham Coach Works in Rochester, New York, trimmed in 24-karat gold and sterling silver. The Black Mariah was purchased by Watt and Tarbell Mortuary in 1881 for $8,000. They said she ate a cowboy for breakfast every day. Today, the Black Mariah is the last of the 8 known to remain, and she is worth nearly $2 million, which makes her one of Tombstone's most valuable antiques. Downstairs, you'll see the poker pit. That's where the West's longest running poker game took place. In a game here that lasted for 8 years, 5 months, 3 days, around the clock. Pat Nasperson, Diamond, Jim Brady, Adolphus Bush, and George Hurst met here 4 times a year to play together at that table. Our wine cellar has bottles and barrels in it that are left over from the 1880s, and we have 2 bordello bedrooms that are fully furnished because our ladies were expecting to return to rent when the mines reopened, and then nobody reopened the mines. So those are just a few of the highlights you can see in this gorgeous old building.
Here's a sarsaparilla, folks. We are now at the historic Boot Hill Graveyard at Boot Hill Cemetery, where many of the people from Tombstone were buried. Black Mariah brought people here as it ate a cowboy every morning. So, Sheriff Frank, Ike Clanton, all are buried here. So, $3 cash to go in. Let's check it out. So we are in the infamous or infamous, however you want to look at it. We're in the Boot Hill Graveyard here in Tombstone, Arizona. Now that $3 per person, kids 10 and under are free. That does help with the upkeep of the graveyard and the historical factor and different things that they do here. It is on the National Register of Historic Places. They do keep track of everything historically. It is all numbered and laid out by rows. They do give you a pamphlet, some information when you come in. It tells you, to the best of their knowledge, who everyone is, when they died, and how they died. So we're going to walk through and check it out. Alright, so those of you that know the story of Tombstone or have watched the movies to get a little bit of the fake historical information or read the books or know much about it, know. Over here is Old Man Clanton, and then from the shootout at the OK Corral, right here behind us, we have Billy Clanton Frank McClowry and Tom McClowry, all laid here. As it states, murdered in the streets of Tombstone. Not so sure from historical facts that they were technically murdered. Coroner's jury said otherwise, but here they lie. John Heath, taken from county jail and lynched by a Bisbee mob in Tombstone, February 22nd, 1884. And this tells us he was taken and lynched. He was called the leader of the 5 men who were legally hanged and was said to have planned the robbery. So this was a robbery of a store down in Bisbee. He was hanged from a telegraph pole a short distance west of the courthouse. Moral of the story, don't be a criminal in the Old West, they'll stretch your neck. Here lies George Johnson, hanged by mistake in 1882. He was right, we was wrong, but we strung him up and now he's gone. This poor guy bought a stolen horse unknowingly. It says innocently bought a stolen horse, and they hanged him as a horse thief. Come to find out later, he was innocent. Poor guy, now he's gone. Here lies Lester Moore. 4 slugs from a .44, no less, no more.